Oh, hi, thanks for watching my videocast on visiblebanking.com. Today we're live from Finovate 2007 in New York, and I've got the pleasure to spend a couple of minutes with Peter Hazelhurst, SVP Product Development at Yodlee. So hi Peter, how are you doing?
Very well, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. It's a pleasure to be here today. I've attended your presentation earlier today. So you spoke for 7 minutes and you presented your company and your offering. I think it's an interesting company and very interesting solutions, very integrated in terms of what you can provide for kind of personal finance, bill payments, and the way you display information is very intuitive as well. So I'd like to insist on that in the next couple of minutes.
Okay.
I think you used to be famous and or known as an account aggregation company.
Sure.
You even talked about that earlier today. But now you provide by far more than only account aggregation. It's more like a full service financial tools that you provide,
right.
probably.
Yes.
So we'll have the chance to talk about that as well. And I probably would like to talk about your Money Center, maybe, personal financial manager tool,
Sure.
and Bank of America. I think you won some awards for that solution, so it's quite good. So maybe would you like to introduce yourself, your responsibilities within the company?
Sure, yeah. So I'm Peter Hazelhurst. I run our product development organization, which is both the designing of it, the thinking about it, how we talk to consumers, that sort of part of the business, as well as the building of it, so the engineering organization and that part of our company.
Okay.
In addition, we also have a payments group and the payment operations, and that's in my team as well.
So you're involved in everything, basically.
Pretty much.
Most of them, okay.
Yeah.
And you're traveling a lot. I think you're just back from France, or?
Yes, I was in France over the weekend. Mostly personal, but we have a little bit of work stuff going on. We've got a lot of clients, a lot of activity. We're also doing some stuff very recently also in India. So we have our own development organization in India, which is quite large, about 350 people.
Okay.
But we're also starting to get clients in India, which is quite exciting as well.
Excellent, yeah. So yeah, let's talk about it. You've got a lot of clients. Maybe you can talk about your clients in the US. But again, you're developing, you're expanding abroad, basically.
Sure. So we have a very significant number of clients in North America. And they're all the sort of leading big banks that you would be familiar with, like Bank of America, Wachovia, Citibank, Smith Barney, Citigroup, and then a bunch of investment sites like Merrill Lynch and Charles Schwab and Fidelity Investments and so on. So all of the major leading online brands, and many of them starting to evolve from just our existing aggregation service, which is where you can get information and keep track of all your accounts everywhere, moving into personal finance, which is a big new thing that's happening in online banking.
It is. I think it's one. I posted it in an article a couple of months ago, and I say it was a kind of killer app, Web 2.0, because I think it's a good. You've got the community aspect, which is critical, especially from providers or platform providers like companies specialized in personal finance, like Mint or Wasabi, which is slightly different in terms of model. But and you're given the opportunity to fully leverage the Web 2.0. Which is, as we said, to display the information in a better way, to give more value to the client, to keep some platform very intuitive as well.
Yeah.
So I think today you've got tools you can leverage that, and I think you're doing it very well. When you demonstrated your product, you showed a couple of features, and we'll address that in the next couple of minutes. You've got some relationship with Carillion as well, check-free.
Not really, no.
Using the multi-factor authentication product?
No, so we're actually using Passmark's multi-factor authentication, which is RSA/EMC.
Okay, yeah. Good. Can we talk about so the kind of products you're providing? So from personal finance, bill payment, funds transfers, and financial calendar. Do you want to cover those four areas?
So they all roll up into a product suite we call Money Center, and Yodlee Money Center is the sort of Microsoft Office for online banking functionality. There are 3 big verticals in the solution: Yodlee Personal Finance, which is our PFM product. An online version of Quicken and Money.
To personal finance management, yeah.
Yes, and to keep track of your budgeting and your transactions and all of that sort of thing. We have Bill Pay, which is a full check-free type of replacement product, so you can pay any bill. You can also use your debit or credit card to make a bill pay. Funds Transfer, which is moving money between your accounts at 2 different financial institutions. And then some cross-product sort of solutions like account sharing and account grouping, and the calendar, which is a way of visualizing all the different things that consumers need to take action on financially.
The fridge exercise.
The fridge exercise, that's right. Lots of people print it out and stick it on the fridge to remind everybody in the family, hey, don't forget to pay the bill, or don't worry, payroll's coming on the end of the month, that sort of thing.
I like it. It's nice. So maybe personal do you want to talk about that, personal finance, and any specific about your solution?
So I think one of the things that we've spent a lot of time on is trying to extend the metaphor of online banking into subtle ways of understanding how's your spending going, where's your money being moved, so that consumers can understand, if you look at across all of their accounts, how much money are they spending on travel, or how much are they spending at the restaurants, those sorts of things. And then making it very intuitive for them to then start setting up budgeting and to keep track of when they go over their limit or of what they want to spend, how to help them understand what to do next. Because budgeting is one of those things, everybody says they want to do it, everybody says they need to do it, but nobody has the information and nobody knows how. So we've tried to focus in on that. At the same time, personal finance is one of those applications where if you can't keep all your information around forever, it's going to be very difficult to manage things. So one of the things that we do at Yodlee with our clients is offer unlimited history. But if you want to offer unlimited history, then you have to have a quid pro quo, which is instant search. So we spent a lot of time being able to search on anything like a keyword or modify a transaction. We've allowed the consumers to split transactions. If you, for example, go to a grocery store and you buy $50 worth of groceries, but the transaction says $150 at your bank, well, the other $100 was cash back, and so you really need to understand what that difference is if you're going to plan your finances properly.